Welcome back into the Manila Major. We are here in the beautiful country of the Philippines. It is a great day to be casting Dota. It is OG versus Newbee, our upper bracket matchup. Our second matchup in this, of course, group, I believe A, and it's a very good one at that. OG and Newbee, the two of the best teams, I should say, in this entire tournament, going toe-to-toe. That last game did not disappoint. Newbee coming out on top. It took about 40 minutes, but it was a very close game right from the get-go. A lot of fun stuff happening. Chuan on that Lich. The draft itself was very strong as well. So OG, they need to even this series up, get it to a game 3 so they have another chance to go to that upper bracket. If Newbee win here, they are going to the upper bracket. They don't have to play anymore until that main event, and that's huge. My name is Martin. Joining me today is LD. What did you think of that last game and how Newbee played? It was pretty damn impressive in my opinion.
Mott, I think these teams are incredibly evenly matched overall. To me, that's the biggest thing we saw was that Newbee just had better laning setup, and they were able to win because of that and good execution. But had they made a couple more mistakes, had they screwed up the early rotation, like that 4-hero gank mid when Void was level 4, even the both supports coming in, the Earth Spirit as well as the Lich. Like if they screw any of that up, the game goes totally differently. The teams are very close. They're very even. And to me, more than anything, it just comes down to the draft. So what are they cooking up? What are we going to get here for game number 2?
I'm not sure. Newbee, they really we talked about Lifestealer and how much they valued it. They did pick up the last game. They picked up the Earth Spirit for Kaka. They banned it out this time. IO is available for OG. There's a lot of different options here. Also, they do value Lion. And yeah, Beastmaster was the only hero that wasn't. I was thinking about it. He's one of the most banned, if not the most banned hero, I think, currently in this patch.
Also, the big thing that came out of last game for me, well, actually two big things as we see the back getting picked now. First big thing is Newbee don't want to have to ban IO against OG. That's very important to their overall draft strategy here. And we do see that with, they beat the IO, so they're not afraid of it. They're going to leave it in the pool. The other big thing was that OG lacked initiation because they were relying entirely on Moon, and he didn't have a great start. We're not really able to fix the in-game audio, guys, so for those who are a little frustrated by it, do apologize. We're fairly limited in our ability to troubleshoot the audio, but hopefully PGL will be able to fix it for the next series in this room. So thank you very much for joining us, and you can always watch on the stream where I believe the echo is less of an issue. So yeah, we'll see how Newbee look to adapt here. The thing is, when they already picked the Beastmaster, it's less likely they can go for a hard IO counter, I'll say, like the Void. IO can also counter Void as well, but you know when you're relocating in, the Chrono's so good.
Well, we saw what happened last game. It was KP hit the Chronospheres pretty much spot on whenever the relocates came in, or he was going to put him down whether they relocated in or not. So I think it was really good coming out from KP to play that hero. They could pick it again. They have the Vengeful Spirit this time, though, so they have some more disable. Taking Fly Zero from last game. Beastmaster Roar also very good. Bat Rider, we'll see how things turn out for him and for OG. We're going to see who plays it up here. This is interesting. It's interesting to see the Bat Rider second pick. I'm not sure if it would have gotten banned. I'm not sure if it got banned last game either, but they wanted it and they got it second pick.
Don't believe it got banned last game. The final bans did not include a bat, and I don't think it was banned. It may have been banned phase 2 by Newbee, but I think OG had already picked the Viper heading into that next phase. So. Yeah, I don't think it got banned. In any case, it's not like a first stage pick normally. It's kind of a situational one, but this harkens back to what OG was doing at the Shanghai Major, where they were really relying heavily on the no-tail bat. And I think he was also playing Beastmaster at that event. Like, basically, those were the two heroes that he could do really well on in the mid lane while getting very little help, which has generally been the story of this team, has been that No-Tail is not your traditional mid player. Yeah. Even if he plays like in the mid lane, which he usually will unless Miracle gets one of his signature heroes. Right. He's really as much. It's like they have 2 3-position players almost, with Moon even getting more farm at times.
They split the farm up pretty evenly, I think, is definitely.
Well, Miracle getting the lion's share normally. Yes. Speaking of which, the Miracle Invoker is available.
That's true. And we saw that the ban come out, I think, last series from Empire. They banned it out, I think, in the first game, which I thought was interesting. It's so tough to ban around Miracle, though. That's my biggest issue. Even if you get rid of the Miracle Invoker, he has so many other heroes that he can excel with.
Yeah, and they have great single-target pick-off already. Beastmaster, Venge. If they see a Miracle Invoker, don't be surprised if Newbee just say screw it and grab a Doom as well. Like, that hero just destroys Invoker if he ever gets caught out.
And speaking of which, there's no Doom ban and there's no Lifestealer ban, which I find kind of interesting. A lot of these heroes are very available.
Yeah, Newbee have good answers for Lifestealer. They have the Boar to slow him, the Roar to pierce the Rage, the Swap to kite him, minus armor and physical, plus attack speed, so a lot of physical damage. So as tempting as it is to grab a Lifestealer when you already have Bat Rider, not sure it's the best game. As for Newbee, Batrider's pretty good at kiting him. You can relocate out or tether away. So I feel like both teams actually have good ways to deal with it. I'd more likely, I think, we'll see a little bit more stun. Like OG right now, their only lockdown is a bat. If they pick Lifestealer, then they have a carry who doesn't provide it. But OG are going to play it safe. They are going to ban it anyway, so good call there, Mont.
Yeah. I mean, it's just Newbee have been playing it so often that it's just a safe thing to ban, I think, in this situation.
The other thing Newbee could likely go for, which we saw last game, was the Dragon Knight here, who's very tanky. They have good magic damage on OG, but I still think it's a very viable option. You've got Beastmaster Venge. They're likely to want to push pretty hard. So if OG don't take it, I think there's quite a good chance Newbee will.
We'll wait and see. The next pick is going to come out, the last ban, Dazzle, which is it's actually crept up in popularity. I think teams like Wings really enjoy their Dazzle play. They did the Dazzle Huskar, I think, is something that is very common for Wings to go for. But there's the DK coming out for OG, and that's
as much. I don't know if it was a block pick, but they basically know if they don't take it, Newbee will. So you leave it in the pool, you're planning on grabbing it.
Still a popular hero. I thought with this tournament coming around, maybe we wouldn't see as much DK, but I think he's actually gotten an influx. At least in this series, he's seen an influx of play. So
he's a very well-rounded mid. He scales well with farm. He doesn't need a lot to come online. He can push as soon as he hits 6.
Right.
He's not easy to gank. His biggest weakness, I would say, is his laning stage, but a lot of like the lane-dominating ranged heroes mids, like the Storms and Leshrac back when they were stronger, Lina even, have either been nerfed or fallen out of popularity because like those mid-game just assassins have come into vogue, like Beastmaster, Slardar. We've seen the Lion picks a lot from the support position.
Yeah.
The really strong catch heroes and roaming heroes are hugely popular right now. Enchantress, Earth Spirit's still pretty popular. We saw the level 4 Void Invis-Rune gank. Like teams are just moving a lot early on the mid lane.
Can I just say, I mean, I think we both know this. We loved that gank, I'm pretty sure.
That was sick.
Because like you don't ever expect that, and they don't have, because we talked about it, it's like level 1 Breathe Fire. You have the, Frost Blast coming out from the Lich. It's like you have no real damage, kind of. It took them a while to get those kills, but it was still awesome because you saw the rotation. Anyways, I just thought it was really cool. But next pick coming out from Newbee is going to be the Slark, so all right. They'll be able to get
just
a bit more lockdown.
Owns Batrider super hard.
Yeah.
Also very good at hunting IO. OG are lacking AoE here. I don't really think Breathe Fire and Firefly count because they're very easy to dodge and don't offer that much overall sustained damage. So it's a really good Slark game. This puts the onus on OG now, where OG, I think most likely it is going to be a no-tail Dragon Knight. It could be Miracle playing it, but to me, that Invoker does become a little more appealing here with a lot of AoE.
That works too.
I don't think they want to pick his hero until last because they don't want it to get counterpicked, but I would not be surprised if OG ban Doom, pick Invoker, depending if Newbee grabbed their second support here.
That'd be interesting to me. I'd like to see how they lane that up and where they send these heroes. Just because with the DK and the Invoker together, it's not, and I'm totally down for it too.
And if you're Newbee, I mean,
you're not going to expect that.
Oh, they're definitely going to expect that. I think they're for sure. They're very aware of the Miracle Invoker after some of these previous tournaments where he's taken over. So they'll get Darkseer for now.
I was wondering where that hero was, but it's interesting because now you have the Darkseer offlane Beastmaster 4 position. Probably
this does suggest, it does suggest they're likely not thinking Doom. I'm not really. They're more likely thinking of a Moo hero. I guess it could be a Moo Beastmaster in the mid lane.
That's true. That's
not too. It doesn't match.
Which is what No-Tail does a lot too sometimes.
So it could be Darkseer offlane Beastmaster mid and still go for the jungle Doom. I think OG, if they really want Invoker, they just ban it. They ban Invoker though, so they're thinking a totally different direction here, Mod.
Yeah, I could see that.
What do they want for Miracle then? Is he just going to play the Dragon Knight? You get like a no-tail Gyrocopter or something?
Maybe.
Moon on the Batrider?
What else do you... I'm thinking of what Miracle can do in the safe lane. What's good here? I'm just trying to figure out for OG.
They banned the Juggernaut. That's another good Miracle hero.
I was thinking about that too. That was something that I think he played earlier in that second game against Empire. I might be wrong about... No, that was on a different series. I'm thinking differently. But he has played that before previously. Newbee, this is... We talked about the situations. I think it'll probably be a mid hero. We may see mid Beastmaster. We saw mid Slark earlier for Empire, but that's completely different. I'm wondering what they're going to grab.
Something that doesn't eat up too much farm, I would say. If it is a support Beastmaster, that's a bit greedy. Darkseer needs a lot of time as an offlaner, or if he jungles. But I think Beastmaster is just flat out way better as the straight jungler. So then you have a Slark who needs a lot of space. So if it's a Moo hero, it's definitely something that's not too greedy. So maybe like a Viper comes to mind.
Do you think about TA in this situation? Maybe not.
They have a lot of AoE.
Ooh. I like that. I like that against DK. It's something that people were experimenting. Like, we were doing all these qualifier casts, and there was a couple of razors thrown in there, I think, against DK in some of these instances.
Kind of the similar idea to the Viper, but offers you a little more D-push, and also does scale overall better with farm.
Yeah.
So a little squishier, though, a little easier to gank, but they have a lot of single target now. The Lasso, all of Disruptor spells, basically, the Dragon Knight stun. So
okay.
It will be a Tiny to round things out, which...
No-Tail DK Tiny for Miracle, perhaps. We'll see who picks up what in this situation. But yeah,
they've done it with No-Tail on the Tiny historically.
Yeah, there it is.
And
You're
it
right.
will be that case this game. So interesting Tiny game where it feels like they need just OG needs to snowball to me overall. They need a reasonably timed Blake on the bat. Tiny has to get his farm.
It's the IO Tiny combo that we.
What I like this game though, Mont, is they have better ways to punish bad positioning. Last game they had a Slardar who had no farm, a Life Stealer against a lineup that could kite him for days. This game they also have a Vision here on the Bat Rider. Their only Vision here last time was the Venge, who's generally not going to be able to have a good start. And I think the biggest thing is Bat Rider, if he doesn't have a good time in lane, can go to the jungle.
Right.
Iron Talon Slardar, it's okay. It ain't no Beastmaster. It ain't no Night Stalker,
And
though.
if they do Tiny IO mid, they can also stack up the jungle for Moon in the jungle. But more than likely, I think No-Tail might be getting those stacks. I feel like it comes down to Moon having another, I think, just...
And Chuan is going to do it again, by the way.
And there's no time to watch replays or VODs or anything.
It's just outside of the tower vision, it looks like.
You can just click on that. And yeah, it almost looks like it's kind of in there. No, it's just a little bit off, so... That's right underneath that tower, and OG will not see it. So that's another nuts play. So they all smoke up. They get that ward down. They didn't get the other ward that they had in the opposing jungle, like, towards this hard camp.
This is kind of risky, though, because this is the last game they did this smoke rotation. Oh, Miracle. Well, he's actually circling it.
He knows, man. Unless, like... Oh, it's in tower range. It's got true sight vision.
It's inside of the true sight range, just not the tower attack range. So.
I thought that was...
I guess just a little bit too close. It's like
that's crazy.
It's like back here, I think, is out. So yeah, bit ballsy from Chuan to put it that close.
That
but
was like Chuan just...
I'm just surprised they did it anyway because they just smoked to drop a ward mid last game, and you got to figure OG's going to quickly look at that replay.
Oh, Miracle's probably just laughing. He's like, I can't believe they just did that. I just got a free 100 gold, ward killed. They only have one more ward left in the map, and it's put towards mid again. So they really want to have mid lane vision. This time it's a bit more defensive than anything else. Top rune spot's going to be contested by OG. Miracle will walk out. No Dragon Slayer or anything just yet. This will, of course, signal for KP to go back up towards top, down bottom. It's going to be Moo picking it up on the Razor, and... I think the biggest thing for me, LD, is Moon going to have a better... I mean, he has to have a better lane than last game. There's no way it can get any worse, right?
He's definitely going to have a better lane. They're running a 4-position straight Iron Talon jungle Beastmaster, which is going to be a huge problem for OG at around the 5 to 6 minute mark if they haven't gotten a lot out of the lanes, but it means there's no Earth Spirit dual laning bottom. It's a Slark versus a Bat Rider. Slark, one of the carries that does really well against Bat in lane because you can Dark Pact off the sticky Napalm, and you don't really have to worry too much about the damage that he brings. And later on in the game, obviously, you can Dark Pact off Lasso as well. So top lane, though, here's where the real action is. KP wants that level 2.
They've got Avalanche. They're going to find it. They have Kinetic Field. They're going to get it off, and KP should be falling first blood. That TP away is a good try. Can he make it out in time? No, the last right click from No-Tail.
Chasing the Raptor.
The Iron Shell is doing some work, and Fly might almost fall. He actually takes the aggro off, and Fly will survive with 10 HP. Meanwhile, they get the kill bottom lane as Vengeful Spirit. They catch out Mood, and he goes down yet again.
Stupid creep. Stop to auto attack. Should have just kept on chasing with the Ion Shell. You know nothing.
Fly is, oh god, that was so close. That was
clearly the creep working for OG, I have to say.
Yes.
Yeah, that was very close to being an overall 2-for-1. And that's definitely the way you want to play against the Darkseer. Delay that level 2. They're both going to commit some group seppuku to the neutrals here. Quick free fountain trip.
That is strange.
Darkseer likely on the back of this with the lane pushing out. I think he gets to level 2. Bottom lane, though, they have made the... Yeah, he definitely gets level 2 now in this lane.
Crit's rotating down. They want to make sure they get Moon off to a better start. He's going to have level 2 here. He did just go down, which was a problem, but still.
I like that overall decision because this game really hinges on the Bat Rider. Safe lane, Tiny. No-Tail could go for a Blake. Like, if the Bat has a really bad game, maybe they'll make that adjustment, but it's a Dragonite mid for Miracle, who's not getting a ton of help, unlikely to be the hero that takes over the game, especially versus a Razor. So that puts more emphasis on your Tiny being the carry, and that means you generally don't want to have to rush the Blink.
So Kaka got involved in that gank down bottom. He has the assist, and he's still getting good farm in the jungle. He has his Iron Talon ready to go. He's almost level 3, which means the Boars will get leveled up, and he'll have an even better time jungling. And this is what you see with a lot of Beastmasters. You stay right around this wheelhouse of the hard camp, the medium camp. Down bottom, Hao is getting chased a little bit with Crit and Moon, stacking up the sticky napalms, but no such luck finding a kill there. Chuan has an Invis rune. I don't know if they're going to set anything up, but for now it's just back to farming for the most part here, LD, except for maybe top. Not sure.
They might try to make a go on KP. They have decent kill potential here with the level 2 toss. They can cage this man when he tries to surge, but he can also just TP out if he needs to. And actually there's a glimpse, so they're holding the glimpse. They're waiting for that TP attempt. Not going to be allowed to get away. Come back here, Conehead. Toss cooling down, and they got him.
That's just smart play from OG. They get the kill onto KP. How
Meanwhile, bottom.
They got Crit, and looks like Moon is actually going to get Firefly doing some decent work. The Dark Pact to get the sticky napalm stacks up. He's going to turn around, pops the stick charge, and Moon's in trouble. He is pretty speedy with the boots. Will Fairy Fire up the tower hit? Will not kill him because of the Fairy Fire. The salve comes through. And Chuan is just chasing as fast as he can. He cancels the salve. How he's going to see him? No boots, though. He's not fast enough to pounce on top of Moon and get that kill. Man. Action all over the board.
It was a good effort there by Hao to bait him, just hanging out to the stick charges, waiting until he's under tower. And unfortunately, he hasn't actually taken that third skill point here, as I believe he's trying to decide if he wants to be leveling up the pounce or if he wants just that casual point essence shift, but we'll have to see what the choice is. Still, remember, they're running an Iron Talon jungle Beastmaster, so if this is an even laning stage, they just win the lanes.
They're winning,
like,
right, yeah.
He's going to hit level 6, so go for that first smoke gank, probably around the time when the first night hits, or in the middle of the first night, I should say, and then Newbee will be in the driver's seat. So for now, everything looking okay for OG, but they have to be a little bit worried that Beastmaster is going unchecked and they're not crushing.
I mean, he's going to have that level 6 by that 4, 5, 6 minute mark, which is you see it so often with a jungling Beastmaster. That roar's going to come out. They're going to get a smoke of deceit gank going somewhere, and you're going to have to avoid that gank for OG. You're going to have to expect a Miracle. You're going to get static linked up. Moo will take 152 of his damage. Dear God. That DK is slow.
They can't help every lane, right? There's 3 lanes. You've only got 2 supports. You gotta pick which one you help. And Miracle, he drew the short straw this game. So the Bat will have a little bit of extra support, but in a 1v1, even Miracle can't win this matchup. That is, he's actually doing really well, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean,
15-0.
Yep.
Because it's 20-9 Dragonite, but Razor, but winning it. That is a tall order.
Yeah, Moo will get the majority of the CS. Miracle is, like you said, he's doing pretty damn well, all things considered. And with his Breathe Fire, obviously getting a lot of the last hits. No boots, he picks up the Bracer early instead just to be a bit tankier, and so he doesn't go down to Moo's extra damage. How is KP doing now? He died twice. He's sitting on 12 CS, so this is actually kind of surprising. With a Darkseer, he's only level 3 right now, which is not great.
This dual lane actually has really good kill potential, as Miracle gets the kill mid lane. Crit with the rotation in, and well, they're going to leave the Bat on his own, but at this point, Moon has had enough of a start that I think he should be okay, so I do like this move. And a good pick off there. This is right before Kaka comes online, so they're going to get the Dragonite ultimate. But a Roar on the mid lane with the Razor follow-up might be enough for kill, and Kaka, he's just pinged level 6. They're ready to go.
He just got it by leeching the experience mid. They have the Force Slows. Miracle still does get his boots up, and so the gank.
This game is all about crit right now. He's got to be in the right place at the right time, mirror the Beastmaster, anticipate the ganks, control the runes.
If Crit's there with Overcharge, I don't think they get the kill with those 2 heroes.
Yeah, exactly. If he's not, they likely run him down. If he is, it's going to be a tough kill, and maybe even if they get the kill, they may die to a tiny rotation or something like that.
Exactly. So for now, he is actually the top in CS, I should say, Kaka. I mean, he has the level 6, and this is probably when they're going to smoke. They have Chuan now with it. He's level 4 with 2 points in the Wave of Terror, so he's got the armor reduction there. KP has had to head back home. He's still level 3. He could use some of that jungle experience, and he's going to head back top instead. Well, the jungle has been freed up for now because Kaka is rotating with the smoke. And they're going to wrap around. They're going to look for a Roar, and they have the TPs ready.
He's got a haste rune, though. This is going to be a tough kill. They got to chain it perfectly.
Roar's going to come out. Do they see the haste rune? Wave of Tail. He's not in position for the stun, but the Roar is so much longer in duration. They get the kill. TPs are a bit late, but No Tail will come and
kill No Tail too.
Avalanche, and No Tail's super low. Moo comes in. He just right-clicks him down with that 126 damage. Flies low as well, but the kinetic field will keep them from pushing it any further, and the tower as well.
Oh, that's really bad for OG. One for the 1 kill. Maybe just he gets away. Not the end of the world, but then they lose the tiny top and Mott. KP gets a free lane now with also supports rotating in. And the haste rune got blown as well, which could have been used to get OG a kill, but And Newbee, they just played that one perfectly, and after the Razor had stolen that much damage, I think that's where, as the Tiny, you accept you've lost your DK mid and you don't go in.
He did not expect that much damage to be stolen, I think.
He's maxing Static Link. Well, he actually doesn't get the 4th point, but he got 3 early. And
Crit and Schwan were just playing Ring Around the Rosie. Crit is probably still in trouble. Maximus will finally go. He's got Tether, but there is going to be the Plasma Field, and Moo will actually finish him up. So Crit was just trying to get some vision down, and I think he did get this Observer Ward, but that's it.
Yeah, they really want to see the smoke ganks. They want to know when Kaka especially is moving around. And for Kaka, he's already level 7 here, so he can pretty much gag every time that roars up. Meanwhile, top lane, OG, they're going to move the Dragonite. This is what Newbee did last series, but Miracle having a bit of a rougher start than what Moo had last time around. They're looking for the pickoff here.
They are wrapping every single hero around him.
No TP on Kaka, no TP on Moo. There's
go.
no help for KP.
He's going to have to try to dodge this avalanche. He actually makes it up. Miracle pops the Elder Dragon Form. The toss will finally come through. He's low. No stick charges, but gets the vacuum off. There's the Iron Shell on the creep as well. Crit and Miracle might actually be in some trouble. There's no relocate up. Pounce up. Miracle about to fall down. They'll get the kill. Can they get Crit on top of it? Schwann's still alive. He's got Swap ready to go. The statically. No tail. He's got avalanche, but he doesn't get the kill on Schwann. It's a double for How, and Newbee will lose 3 and only get the kill on that Darkseer. Dear God.
The key there is that Darkseer gets off the Surge and does not get hit by the initial Avalanche. If the initial Avalanche hits him, they just cleanly combo him, kill him off. It's a maybe OG lose like the IO on the way out. But instead, it's Ring Around the Rosie in the trees once again. He buys time. The Razor actually had to wait for a TP to arrive and eventually is able to show up and assist there. So bought a lot of time for the team. And that was when Newbee did not have TPs on 2 of their cores. If they do, it's a much different engagement. It's an easy win for them. So I think OG, because of this ward in the jungle, they saw Kaka could not come to the fight, and they're like, all right, this is an opportunity to actually fight when the Beastmaster is not in the neighborhood, but just KP a bit too quick for no-tail there.
So instead of OG being the ones to snowball, which we talked about, it seems like Newbee are the ones actually getting ahead and a bit out of control. Slarky's sitting at top of the net worth. He's not got the big items yet. No Lothars or Shadowblade, no Echo Saber or anything like that just yet. But he's getting close. He's got 1,000 gold. Moo's sitting just on a Wraithband, Wand, Tread. So we're kind of waiting for that first big item from a lot of these heroes. KP's about to get caught. No-tail wasn't quite in range for the toss combo. Actually, he's cooling down, I think, is why he didn't use it. Looking for him still, but
he's playing really far up, and he does not have help right now.
He's got an award, so he doesn't see Kaka and Schwann. They're smoked up. They're looking for Aurora, but No-tail's pretty fast. That Roar Rage, you've got to be kidding me. It catches him on the tail end of it. They get the Magic Missile off. They don't stack stuns. They get the toss off. KP will barely survive. They'll earn him up and keep him ready to go.
Mid lane. Who's going to turn this, though? He's got a big static link going. He's going to bring down one. He's looking for that squishy little out. Can he finish Crit?
They get the Dragon Tail off, though. Now How is coming. He's going to help out. They get the Tether. Overcharge will go to work. Will How dive this? No pounce for 19. Moves looking to turn around. They've got the Breathe Fire still. 168 damage. They have to be very careful. Wave of Terror comes out. How is so low. That Shadow Dance not healing him back up enough. They get off the urn. Miracle looking for a Breathe Fire. He had his Elder Dragon form. He could have Elder Dragon formed and Dragon Tail, but there was a pounce ready for How. He gets out in time.
And Beastmaster off pushing the top lane here. Tower down by half HP. Oh, gee, this is not looking really good right now. I think the biggest concern is Moon's Blink is a long way off here. He stopped off for a Bracer. It looks like he even maybe wanted to complete a Drums. Now he's going back for possibly the Tranquil Boots, although he has again locked the Rate of Protection. So he's bought a lot of little items, but this means a slower Blink, and in a game where your Tiny doesn't want to get a Blink. No-tail thinking about like his own pair of Drums potentially. If one of them has to, they need that initiator right now, or Newbee is just going to continue running circles around them.
I mean, Newbee is feeling themselves right now. You look at Schwann, he had a haste when he was just chasing
I don't know. Keep one hand on the keyboard, one hand on the mouse at all times. Let's keep this PG, please. No feeling yourself.
Maybe not KP, but everybody else is having a pretty good time for Newbee. But this is this has been a pretty stellar game for them. At least OG have done what they can, but they're still pretty far behind at this point. 3,000 net worth at 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in is not great for OG. They have the comeback potential. They have the lasso later on down the road when they get that Blink Dagger. But like you said, he stopped off for that Bracer, which is a big problem. So
yeah, it's just hard to say what OG's timing window is right now. Like that's the main thing for me is they're going to be reactive, which is okay as long as they have good vision and anticipate Newbee's movements. But they don't really have much of an offensive threat right now. If you relocate, you're relocating into, I would say, still decent counter gank. Like, Slark can just run away. Razor's going to be tanky and hard to kill. Has decent farm. Darkseer's a pretty easy kill, but you've got the Venge swap to worry about, the Roar counter gank. I wouldn't say it's as good as last game for dealing with the relocate ganks, but it'll be very reactive Dota from OG until they get that blink.
Yeah, then it's still a ways away. He actually picked up a drum. Moon picks the drum up. I thought because he had all of the components for it, he actually is going to go for it. So it'll
really
keep him speedy.
Slow blink now. It's a skirmishing item. It's an item that lets you just fight constantly instead of relying so much on the lasso, and does help him survive against burst damage, but still it puts OG reactive. And to me, like this type of lineup really wants to be able to play offense here, where you can punish a hero that's running away with the Slark Glimp, or the Disruptor Glimpse, where you can use the Blink Dagger on Batrider to start fights, find pickoffs, where then you can follow up with a relocate. But I guess they just feel like right now that it's too risky to engage Newbee head on. And
this is going to be a problem. You could see that OG are grouping up. They're looking for somebody. Bottom maybe looking to just push the wave, push the tower. But Newbee, they are going to smoke up now with Kaka, Chuan, and Moo heading up towards that bottom lane. They might actually wrap around on mid and look for Crit or Miracle. That might be an easier gank, but How will soon find that Fly and No-Tail are bottom. They're going to walk in. They're going to see that there's a creep wave there. How? They're actually going to try to pincer No-Tail and the rest of the crew. You can see coming around from the backside.
They scan. They know there's no flankers behind them. Now they go. The Roar onto Fly to start it off.
He's going to fall instantly. The Roar, the Static Link, he's dead almost in seconds. Then half a second, really. They missed the Avalanche. Moon is still calling
Moon here.
Spot. He's going to try to get to the high ground. They missed the pounce, but they will still get this kill with a Plasma Field. And Kaka's Boar is getting him a double kill. Moon cannot escape death even on the high ground, and they will TP mid, making sure they can defend this tower. Miracle pops the Elder Dragon form, and Moo is here with his Eye of the Storm. No damage linked, but he can still push this pretty easily with the Plasma Field.
Moon has just not been that effective this series. Game 1, I think, had an awful lane and just really wasn't given a fair shot. This game, though, he got help. He got quite a bit of help from the supports. And to me, like, the Batrider is just a non-factor right now. And this is when Miracle's playing a Dragon Knight who didn't get a lot of help early, where he's not going to be able to carry the game on his own. Some mistakes from No-Tail, who is going to be going into what looks like an Echo Saber.
Yeah.
So he's going from kind of a pick-off type build.
People are like split on this item on this hero. I know Ben kind of had some experience with it. He's iffy about it. Purge has said the same thing.
Top rune, Miracle getting caught out. There's a haste rune bottom as well. Kaka got a snag.
He gets caught by the Avalanche toss, but it'll take some damage. He'll be able to get up his Necro 2 and back off. That's a 14-minute Necro 2 for a Beastmaster who has been jungling. It shouldn't be that shocking to me, but it still feels like a good timing, LD.
Yeah, OG are just not. They don't really seem interested in playing the farm game. They want to be able to clash with Newbee head on, like Echo Saber on Tiny, drums early on the bat, going back for what I imagine will be a blink now. Dragon Knight, standard Dragon Knight build, getting the armlet, but like the overall composition and the way they're itemizing, this is very much OG feeling they need to be able to fight in the early to mid game. They can't just try to play in a farm more, and they have to play a little more defensively to deal with Newbee's aggression, but I kind of feel like they're just playing Newbee's game right now, and Newbee just have a lot more experience playing this way, so we'll see how it works out. Slark getting the Shadow Blade now. Apparently the players are experiencing a bit of lag, so we'll have a slight break here.
And we can't complain because I feel like we've had a pretty good start to this tournament so far. Some minor delays.
Oh, there's been some excellent Dota already.
Yeah, most of these games have been pretty awesome. The first two series between Newbee and Cole and OG and Empire, a bit quicker than maybe we were hoping, but this game has, at least this series has been up to snuff for the most part. And it could still go in OG's way. We could still see a game number 3, but it's going to be a tall order. They pick up the Echo Saber for No-Tail now. Everyone is sitting and situated right around the Tier 1 tower. How is walking up dangerously with his newly minted Shadow Blade. He's going to go right onto Miracle. Gets the pounce, the Dark Pact, the Wave of Terror. He's going to pop the armlet, the Relocate comes out beautifully, coming through and keeps him alive. And so that'll be the end of the gank. No more Relocate. Do they want to counter-engage? Do they want to go on the IO?
I don't know. They're going to try.
Moon's ready to go, but no blast, so he hasn't even skilled it up yet, and so Critty gets the tether out, but Moo is just walking forward with his Eye of the Storm. He even has a Dragon Lance as well. They really want to push this tower. Glimpse back, Static Storm. Kinetic Field doesn't get him in time. He'll be able to escape the clutches of that Static Storm. Now jumping in, Hal looking for Fly will get the kill. Great Avalanche, Breathe Fire onto 4. Can they bring down Chuan as well as Moo? They can't do the job. They'll take down 2 instead on OG's side.
Oh, Hal's diving for more. He's got the pounce. It connects a Miracle. Armlet toggle.
Great
Armlet toggle. No-Tail on the chase.
Ooh.
Trying to clean up Chuan, though, and take out the garbage, but he gets stunned. He may end up going down, drops the Avalanche, but he dies in a hail of nukes to the Slark as well. How is a problem at this point. Him and the Beastmaster, top of the net worth chart mod, and this is a jungle Beastmaster.
He's going to have a book 3 after this tower is dead.
When you look at the way they laned it, they gave Beastmaster like a free jungle, which can be okay. you have to make up for it elsewhere. If you're just trading evenly elsewhere, it's going to be a win. And this goes back to like the early Tiny rotation where he ends up dying, could have easily lived. That 3-hero gank top that just took a bit too long. All these little skirmishes where Newbee are just slightly outplaying OG. I mean, OG has fantastic individual talent, but Newbee are just playing better today.
I thought that last fight where they had the Avalanche on 4, they had the Breathe Fire, I thought that was going to be it. They didn't even have mech for KP.
If the laning stage, if like the first 10 minutes were better, they probably get 4 kills there.
I think so.
But those extra items, a couple of extra levels, suddenly heroes are a little tankier. They have magic wands, they have bracers. You've got the early Dragonlance completed instead of under construction. Like every little bit there adds up, and it adds up to OG getting run over in the fight.
And also comes down to that Static Storm not connecting with the kinetic field. Might have gotten the kill on Demu when it's all said and done. It's too hard to tell. One thing I noticed before the fight even happened is that Moon still doesn't have his lasso up, which is not shocking because he doesn't have a Blink Dagger, but I mean, you figure that you want that ability, even against a Vengeful Spirit in this point in the game, even a Beastmaster 2 and a Slark, you still kind of want that ability.
I guess Moon just feels like he can't just blink in and lasso. He's going to get roared, or he's going to get swap lasso canceled, and he's going to die. That must be the reasoning, but again, it's just the overall lineup feels like it hinges on playing aggressive. Go in with a blink lasso, follow up with the relocate, start with the glimpse, follow up with the lasso, go in, run in with the Tiny who's built an Echo Saber specifically to fight early. They just don't have a clean initiation right now. They got to run in, and running in against these heroes is likely either going to get you killed or, well, mid lane.
He's not even going to get...
Speaking of getting killed.
He's not running into, he's getting run into, rather. The Static Link will come out, even drop the wall to make sure they get that kill. They have the Necro 3 on top of that. There is no way you can test this tower. It is falling quickly. That's not good for Miracle, unfortunately.
Newbee hunting. This is going to be an easy grab for Hal with the pounce. The follow-up Dark Pact. It even commits the Shadow Dance there to ensure there's no glimpse back save. And it'll be 2 down. That's 2 towers, and they're pushing for more, Mont. They're going high ground.
They are not done.
This is Newbee Dota. New and refined, but feels a little bit like TI4. Sub 20 minutes. Going for the high ground siege.
The Necro units will fall, so they might have to back up. But look how much damage they did to this Tier 3 tower at 18 minutes. It is below 25% HP. That is not great for OG at this point in the game. God, it just seems like there is nothing they can do now. They have to be the ones to initiate. They have to have some good relocates, and it's just not... It's not working out for them. They finally will get the Moon Blink Dagger. Will he skill up his lasso next? He's going to need it.
Yeah. He's definitely going to skill it up next. Surely he's going to get lasso.
Static Storm, kinetic field back. Can they get Moon? There's going to be the toss. Avalanche combo. Moves low. That will finally bring him down with the last right click from the Tiny. The Static Link wasn't enough to save him. They're looking for more. Moon actually picks up the kill, and that does get him his lasso level at level 11. And they can maybe look for a Tier 1 tower on top of this LD.
OG definitely not out of this game yet. They have an incredible lineup to punish mistakes. Glimpse is great for that. Relocate's amazing for that. And obviously Batrider is great for that. Now that he's lasso, he's much more able to do so. But they are still playing Mont from a very big deficit here. A 10k gold disadvantage against Newbee, who love to push their advantage. Here comes the Slark again on the prowl. I think the big thing for OG is they really need to be disciplined about carry detection, because if Hal gets the vision and gets that initiation off, like instantly kills the support, which he will kill either of them instantly with the combo and this DD rune for sure, it's going to be a tough fight. Yeah. Speaking of which, he is flanking. They all have all 5 up again.
No real vision coming out except for closer to the tower down bottom, and it looks like OG, they don't feel comfortable without vision of that river or further into the jungle, and so they'll back up together.
He's going in deep, and he is going to find Moon.
He probably gets this
flies behind.
Oh, there's a sentry though, and he's going to get glimpse back, so they actually can't find the kill. He's got a Dark Pact off.
He just wants to hunt.
Yeah.
Hal knows this is a really good Slark game. He is up against Disruptor, is one of the best supports to deal with Slark, but eventually he's going to get BKB, and then it's very hard to deal with him. There's very light AoE on OG. Tiny's not farming all that well, and No Tail just slightly ahead of the Slark. I think Hal can afford to play this aggressively. And he's going to take the tower down now. They're just abusing the jungle Beastmaster. Kaka, definitely the MVP right now. 7-1-4.
He's almost got a Blink Dagger on top of it all.
It feels like a 1-position Beastmaster, practically. Yeah. At worst, a 2.
Third in
We
net
were
worth.
Talking about would Mu go mid on the Beastmaster, but why would you waste the Beastmaster there, Mott? Mid lane?
No, Fly. The Glimpse will not save him. KP was there to back him up if need be. He's
actually helps him.
Shell.
Just glimpsing him right back to the bottom lane so he can go push with the team.
And they have the Necro ready. They could just push high ground right now. They have buyback up on the Disruptor, but he's got such a short respawn time that I don't think you want to have to use it, but you might have to.
This is all eyes on Moon here. He's got to come up pretty big, but Crit gets roared. He gets caught out. Will he go down?
Yes, the Dark Pact is more than enough. They'll have to buy back on both of the supports. They pop the mech. Newbee on the way out. The Courier was a bit dangerously close, and Notail will clear up some of the creeps, not getting the Necro units backing away.
They get nothing. They don't get the Necro creeps. They don't get the Courier. They don't get any of the heroes. Newbee, just a clean retreat. That's buying back on both supports. Actually very big. Yes, IO can sit back a bit. Disruptor's skill set is quite good even without items, but the issue is up against a farmed Slark and a Beastmaster Hawk. You are going to give up kills if you're under-farmed, and they are starting to look very impoverished here. The two collectively just not even in the neighborhood. Like, you take their net worth, you double it, you still don't have the Jungle Beastmaster's net worth. And here comes the smoke. OG, kind of a desperation move.
Oh, this might be beautiful. How he gets the Dark Pact off though in time, and actually it doesn't work. They even relocate on top of it. They miss the static storm. Notail walks up. How goes in. He gets off his pounce. Great back wall from KP. Still, they will lose How immediately. Miracles, though, will pop the armlet toggle. Now the tether comes out. They relocate him back away. And that actually turned out pretty damn well, all things considered for OG, even with that great back wall from KP.
They have a blink roar, though. This might not be over yet. Moon going for the TP out. The Hawk is going to be a bit late to scout him. He just got cocky there. Hal definitely could have popped the Shadow Dance earlier and likely would have lived if he did. But I think underestimating OG's damage output. Classic Hal, really. He likes to play that like Havos-esque, super aggressive, a little bit greedy carry style, but this time it does backfire, and that is a big kill for OG. Gets them on the board, and it creates a gap here between Notail and Hal, whereas before they were dead even on net worth.
Yeah, he's got his full Aghanim Scepter now, which is really important. This is going to be more damage output coming out. He already has his Blink Dagger, already has his Cyclo Saber, so he's got those two important items ready to go, and the Aghanim's coming out next.
And they need it, because KP just got a pipe. Between Pipe and Mech, Tiny's combo does nothing if he is able to get those off.
Blink Roar, Moon has been spotted out by the Observer Ward as well as the Hawk, and they will bring him down instantly, dead for 45. Even drops the Necro 3 to get the kill.
They might be able to Roche off of this. Moo's already banging on the rock. I don't think OG can contest this without the bat. They're just going to have to farm, but you know, OG, they find a big kill on the Slark. It doesn't lead to an objective. Newbee find one kill on a core in the Bat Rider, instantly into the Roche pit. And it's a hero that they need to be able to take that Roche.
Yeah, the Bat Rider often considered one of the kings, if not the king of the Roche pit, and him being down for 20 seconds, no lasso. Even with all the defensive abilities, Dark Pact, you have swap out as well. Roar coming out from Kaka. There's still, you need to get in there, you need to get that lasso off, you need to get out as quickly as possible, and he died, so he's not able to contest this. They'll give the Aegis to the Slark, they'll head back to the top lane, keep farming, and, oh well. OG are looking for something else now.
Newbee's Death Ball is just terrifying. Now you have a Vlad's coming on the Beastmaster to go with the Pipe, the Mech, and the Necro 3, and Chuan has the Max Aura. He's level 11, by the way. So he has a level 2 swap at 24 minutes. This is an exceptional amount of experience for a hard 5-6 position support.
He's been owning this game.
Newbee, compare that to the Disruptor right now, sitting at level 8. Io is level 11, but, I mean, should be compared to the Beastmaster's level 14, so... As you would expect with the start Newbee had, they're quite firmly in the lead here. Looks like a BKB coming now for Moo, I do believe. Yeah, that's online. And I think Newbee just start deathballing towers. Maybe Smoke to start it off. There's the Smoke pop actually in the mid lane.
And they're just going to look for somebody. But everyone's towards bottom for OG. The worst thing that happens here is they just take the tier 2 tower top for Newbee, and OG just try to find farm elsewhere. But they will see everyone walking through this Observer Ward, so they'll know that they're over there. They can see that Miracle's farming up at the hard camp. They're actually going to go for him instead. He's going to walk right towards them.
Well, we thought they were going for towers. Maybe they did too. But now, like you said, on to Miracle in the mid lane. He's in a lot of trouble.
See you later. All of his mana gone. They even dropped the wall. They didn't need to. He was going to not get out of there alive.
He does have buyback. He does have his ultimate. Fortunately, wasn't wasted, but Newbee are in prime position to force that buyback with the whole team here. The Necrobook fresh. They're going down.
Glyph. They're going to get the tier 3 tower regardless because there's just no glyph. They have the Dragon Lance to get the range, and they're going to have to buy back to defend their racks. And Notail will jump in. He'll get an avalanche onto two. Kakalo, Static Storm on top, but they don't catch anybody in the kinetic field. Moo pops the BKB, and he starts running at him. Gets up the plasma field. Miracle on the backside will bring down Kaka, but now all of his damage being static linked away. Notail's trying to hit. He's got that huge damage from the Echo Saber, but it's not enough, and How is going to work in the back lines. They get the kill on Fly. Notail about to go down. That's just the Aegis. The vacuum back and crit stunned up, and they will lose not just their melee racks, they will lose 3 heroes in the process.
They will almost certainly lose the game at this point. Tiny down for 50, not even bothering to buy back. Newbee are just swagging on OG, and Let's recall, looking back at how they got here, this was a team that was not even invited to the Major. They had to win the qualifier. They stomped their way through it. Now they're stomping their way through the groups. They're going to give up a kill, but No Tail in danger here. Now just diving for this one. Hal's in deep. I think he'll be absolutely fine. Still very healthy. A double kill for him. That's a dieback, as you mentioned. It's quite possibly Miracle next. Oh, KP. Maybe not on the same page there. They're going to lose Moo. They're actually going to lose KP as well. A bit sloppy from Newbee, to put it mildly, but even all that slop, they're still up over 20 or nearly 20k gold.
I mean, that fight it's so many diebacks.
And he just wants to fly again.
He goes for a creep, and then he just backs out.
He has his ultimate. No. There's a static storm cooling down. He's okay for now.
He'll just bounce out. He's good to go.
I mean, there's really no reason to stay sticky around mid at that point.
He was just being a bit...
That's Newbee basically like saying, why have you not GG'd out yet, OG? We won, but no, OG are going to fight on. They have a pretty good split push lineup. Their late game is not bad by any means. I don't think they can deal with Slark. Like, that to me is the biggest issue in this game is Lasso is irrelevant against Slark if he has any kind of vision, and he's got Beastmaster and Venge, so he's got great vision. And once he gets a BKB, you can't rely on Disruptor to catch him, so at that point you really have no tools to deal with the Slark. And if Hal plays it well, which I think overall he has been, they're just going to get run over. Now grabbing the Silver Edge. Great against Tiny as well as Dragonite to remove that, disable that Dragon's Blood, or more importantly perhaps, the Craggy exterior.
Yeah. Craggy, just an annoying ability. Dragon's Blood, the defensive life of Miracle, I think, at this point. Obviously,
and the armor as well.
Yeah. It's very, very important that Silver Edge gets off on one of those 2 heroes. But he's just going to look for picks, more importantly, I think, with the item. But he's going to have an Ogre Club next as well for perhaps a BKB at this point, just to secure this game. Moo has picked his up. It looks like he's going to be going for Ace here. Shiva's next. Kaka has picked up a Vlad's. I mean, they're just getting that next item. And,
here comes the big smoke from OG. This really needs to work. They do have a fresh BKB on Miracle. Could catch Newbee off guard, but it's hard to get the jump on this type of lineup. So we see a Dire Scan getting dropped. It's going to come up empty.
They have the Hawk over there, too, so they feel kind of comfortable for Newbee. They don't know. Maybe not. They're in pretty defensive positions right now. KP's going to be first contact.
This is a big hero to kill first, but he blinks out.
Newbee's going to go in. BKB's pop for both sides. Miracle, Static Link will go through it. Roar comes out as well. Can they do the damage? Avalanche, Moon's in trouble. Doesn't get the lasso off. Vacuum into the wall. No Tail in trouble. Swap back for Chuan to make sure he stays alive. And Miracle and No Tail will get chopped down by Moo with his right click. And there's the GG. 224 damage. An ultra kill for that mid player for Newbee. And they 2-0 OG on their way to the upper bracket in the main event, LD.
Yeah, Newbee, they got taken down by OG at Epicenter, but they have learned from their mistakes. They gave them IO 2 games in a row. They spanked that IO pick 2 games in a row, and Newbee cruise easily into the upper bracket. This team not only should have been in a direct invite, they should have been given a higher seed, I think, overall. Yeah. But they look dominant right now. They are firing on all cylinders. They're running a deep variety of strategies and heroes, and they're really a complete package to me. Newbee is easily top 4 material if they play this way the whole event.